So in order to just drive things home and help you understand which is going to be right for your agency or consultancy, I wanted to run you through just a couple of scenarios showing you the economics behind link building. Now, this is important because, as I said in the pitching and proposal video, a lot of people are going to look at links at a per cost basis. Whether you're charging per link or not, you got to understand and be ready to have the conversation to talk about how much it's going to cost them per link. Even if you're doing hourly or hourly plus expenses, we still get asked during the proposal process how much it's going to cost them per link. Now, the only way you can figure out what you should be charging per link and how much you're going to charge per link is to understand how much it's going to cost you per link. And that means understanding the labor that goes into these links, which is often untracked. So this little video is going to help you understand kind of the economics between doing it in-house versus outsource, how much it's going to cost you, and then also just kind of illustrate through these numbers how you should choose whether to do in-house or outsource. So let's start with in-house. So you're going to need a project manager. Keep in mind too that these numbers in terms of these hourly rates are not exact. These are just averages, just based on what I've seen. They're probably going to be different for you. But again, I'm just using this for illustration purposes, and I'm keeping them the same throughout so you can understand it. But you can easily make 20, 10, or 40, whatever, depending on where you are locally. So a project manager, you're going to need to manage the whole system, manage the project plans, make sure things get done, update the client stuff. It's around $20 an hour. You need a link prospector, $8 an hour, outreach manager at $15 an hour. You're going to need an SEO strategist, the person that's going to be doing the target pages, and then also the link strategy and the audit. It's around $25 an hour, which means you're going to be paying about $185 per link just for your labor costs, right? So then on top of that, you're also going to have an extra $200 in expenses per link, which bumps you up to around $385 per link. I've got a spreadsheet actually. Let's jump over to that. Breaks this down a little bit clearer for you. So again, here's the role, the hourly rate, and then the hours per month needed. What you'll also notice here is that this is basically 10 hours per week for these people, which means they're not going to be supporting you full time, which means they're going to be doing other stuff, which means deliverables are going to slide, which means more headaches on top of the headaches that you're already going to have. But you can just clearly see here how your total labor cost is $18.45 per month. Your labor cost per link at 10 links per month will come to $185, around $385 per link. So you can see that in order for you to make a profit on these links, you're going to have to charge at least $400 per link, but you obviously are going to want to charge even more of that because you're going to want to make more than $15 per profit on a link. So you can just kind of see how these numbers are difficult to make work if you're only doing this for one client or a small handful of clients. So now let's jump back over and look at this if you were doing this for outsourced. So for outsourcing this, you're going to also need a project manager at $20 an hour, SEO strategist at $25 an hour, which drops your cost down pretty significantly to $93 per link. And then of course you want to add in those link expenses as well. Let's jump back over to the spreadsheet. So again, project manager, you're probably not going to need them for 40 hours a month at this. It would probably be realistically more like 5 hours a month, which drops the labor costs even down even more. But in order to keep this consistent and fair, I kept the hours at 40 hours a month, 10 hours a week, which they're not going to need. And also in all fairness too, is that if you're using this project manager to do this, again, it's probably only 5 hours a month, but you can also just use them to do normal project management tasks as well, and then just dedicate them fully to link building as you grow and scale. But even with this, you can see how the link total cost per link drops down to $93 or $293, which again allows you to easily charge more per link. Now, again, this is helpful if you're charging per link, but also if you're using the system that we use, which is charging hourly and then plus expenses, this $200 expense goes out the door because that's going straight to the vendor. We're not actually touching that. We're not making a profit on that. We're not charging per link. We just have to focus on this here, the labor cost per link, or also just the cost per hour that it's costing us, and we can base our profit off that, which is very easy to do. So again, if we're looking at this, and the reality of this is that it's taking us 10 hours a month to build links, which is a total labor cost of $225 per month for this. Our agency charges $200 an hour times 5 hours a month. So you can see that we're making a profit of around $800 on just this alone. So now let's talk about if we're going to do this for 8 clients per month. So let's say we increase this load. Instead of 1 client per month, we're doing 8 clients per month, which means 80 links per month as opposed to 10 links per month. You can just see how the economics change. So of course, we're going to need more hours from these people. So I just bumped this up to basically have these people being full-time. It's going to cost you $7,000 per month in just labor costs, but you can see how much the labor cost here drops down to $88 per link. So again, we're actually charging, it's significantly less, even though there's significantly more hours, just because of the volume that we're doing. And again, with more clients, they're going to be paying us more. We're just going to be a lot more profitable on this when we're working with more clients. So when we compare this to outsourcing this, again, I bumped this up to 40 hours per month. So you can just see too here, also this becomes more favorable. This is all a game of scale. The more clients that we have, the better our margins are going to be. However, again, when it comes to deciding whether or not we're going to do this in-house versus outsource, you can understand now that if the cost is going to be $288 per link, the cost here is going to be $212 per link. It's all about what you can charge for these links. So if you're doing true outreach, and I told you should be charging at least $1,000 per link, the margin on this goes way up when we're doing this at scale versus when we're doing this for one client. But again, just outsourcing it, it's just a completely different model. Again, this is a game of scale too. The costs become lower as you scale up. However, it's a completely different management system. So this is the economics of link building. Again, the whole purpose of what I'm trying to show you here is that, of course, these numbers are not going to be exactly accurate to your agency. But the main takeaway here is that as you grow and scale and you have more clients, you have better paying clients, you're going to want to bring outreach in-house versus when you're smaller, you have less clients, you're definitely going to want to use a vendor to help you out, at least to get started, get the ball rolling. Unless, of course, you're just doing link building, then you can just do in-house stuff as well. So if you guys have any questions on this, please hit me up in Slack. Happy to answer your questions. I'll see you guys in the next video.